So before it starts, let's understand this, that how this life begins. So this life begins with a desire. So there are, in the past life, when a person is leaving a body, so there's a desire which comes up, the moment. So desires, so mind is always working on a desire. So now the soul is leaving the body, and mind has some, like, it's an accumulation of all these desires. So one of the desire will come up and will take us to our next birth. We'll take this soul to the next birth, and then before entering the soul, so whatever we are doing in our life, it's called karmas. All the actions, every thought process makes karma. Because thought process only works when there is a want. When there is no want, then, so want is a desire. So when there is no want, you will not have thoughts. Pure logic. So every thought process is a desire. So every desire is an action. So you're doing it physically or you're thinking, that's just, everything is taken as action or karma. So when when we are making these karmas over our whole life after life after life, so it's called sanchit karmas. Sanchit means whatever you have accumulated. So it's like a whole bucket of karmas you have done throughout entire your different lives, entire journey. And then there's called prarambhik karma, so which is like the beginning. So for a new life, it needs some karmas. So karma is like a petrol or a fuel for your body. So when the karma finishes, the soul will leave the body when the fuel finishes. And this prarambhik karmas will be will be a mixture of good and bad karmas, what we have done in past life. So that's why everyone goes through goodness, good and bad. So you will have good situations in your life, bad situations. So these karmas are coming every moment. So out of sanchit karma, prarambhik karmas will get picked up. So the higher conscious will pick up this prarambhik or the beginning of life karmas, and some desire from past life, and then a birth will happen. And after the birth, so there's a third kind of karma which is called kriya yama karma. So the karmas which you are making right now, every moment, even in the past, whatever. So every moment by moment, you're making new karmas. So let's come to now destiny. So when we say this is your fate, this is what you get. So the higher conscious only chose from your bucket of accumulated karmas, chose few karmas and gave you for prarambhik karmas. And then what you're making right now, so that's why destiny is also in your hand. So this is your fate, and this is also in your hand. So these karmas from past life which got picked up as prarambhik, so that becomes your fate. But the actions what you're doing right now, that's how you make your new fate, a new destiny, new karmas. So that's new karmas what we are making during living this life. So that is again the choices we are making, that is again defining your destiny right now. And karmas are in such a way that you might not get the result right now. You might get the result of today's karma maybe after a few years, or maybe next life, or you might get it immediately straight away. So it's the only thing about karmas is it's unfathomable. You don't know what's gonna happen. That's why even Krishna said, keep on doing karmas, but the karmas has to be desireless. So that's what it is. And how a karma becomes desireless, when you come out of mind. You're doing actions, but now there is no desire behind it. And you're not running for outcome, but you're still doing everything what you want to do, but you're not thinking all the time. You're not out of mind, you're in present moment. So what happens? So you are in complete surrender. So when you are in complete surrender, so good karmas are not affecting you, bad karmas are not affecting you, which are coming from your past life, the karmas which started this life. So good and bad will keep on coming, but they're not affecting you anymore. So now, and so because of that, they're not affecting you because you're out of mind. So what you're doing right now is in total surrender. So there is no desire which will make a new karma for you. So in this way, you are in total surrender to the higher. Because now see, who's choosing all these karmas for you before giving the new life? It's the higher consciousness which chose these karmas for you. Chose these karmas from your past life to give you a fruit. So obviously, he's the one deciding, but he's only picking up things from your bucket. He's not giving anything from his own side. So now when you come to this life and you're in total surrender, you're not making new karmas because you're not desiring anything, because you are out of mind. So then once you are out of mind, the new karmas will stop forming, and that's called enlightenment. Because there will be a stage when you stay in this silence for a longer time, then cycle will break, and that will take you to enlightenment. But that's another thing. But during this time, because you're out of mind, so mind works in two always, good and bad, fear and no fear. So it has both entities included in it. So wherever there is no fear, fear is just behind it, sitting behind it on the other side. So every coin has two sides. So everything in this world, outside world, will comes into good and bad. So, and that's what mind is, good and bad. So now you are in total surrender. So whenever you now want something, so higher power knows everything, because that's the higher power, and he that power knows everything, whatever you want. That's why it gave you birth, because of some desire from past life. So he knows everything. So that's why you need to be in surrender, because he knows everything and he will give you whatever you want at the right time. So when you are in surrender, so what is happening? Obviously there is no fear, but now fear is also not coming because you're out of mind. So when we are out of mind, we are out of that duality of mind, which is fear and no fear together, good and bad. So there is no good and bad now. It is just one now. So you are in total surrender, you are in the situation, there is no desire, you're working, and the higher power knows everything. And then that's how you change your destiny towards only best, because now he will give it to you or doesn't give it to you now. See, that's the thing. There is no desire, so whatever is happening, you're okay with it. But definitely the consciousness inside you and the consciousness of this higher power, the higher consciousness and the consciousness inside you is totally the same. So then that connects to the higher power. Now the mind, which is covering this consciousness as a sky, as a cloud, will not be covering it. And then this consciousness will connect with the higher consciousness. When it will only happen in present moment, when you are separated from mind. And then all your manifestations, because now your total connection with the one which gives you everything, and then he knows what you want, and then you will start receiving things. That's how you change your destiny. change your destiny also in a way that you will come out of this cycle of karmas, totally out of it. And also, if you just see from that point of view, that mind works in two, so good and bad. But now there is no running for good away from bad, so there is no fear now. So manifestation only works if we only look from manifestation point of view. Manifestation only works when you want something and then there is no fear surrounding it, because you want something, then the fear comes up, what if I don't get it? So you keep on running in between, juggling in between these fear and no fear. But when there is no fear, there is only that I want this, and then you start getting it, because now fear is not coming. There is no flip happening between good and bad. So hopefully we getting some clarity, like why it is so important to live out of mind. What is destiny? It is, everything is our own doing. The higher consciousness is just picking up from your own bucket to give you a new life. So you have this bucket of petrol, it fills up, so the car you have needs to go somewhere, so you go to a petrol pump. Every petrol pump has a underground tank in which it's full with petrol. You go to the petrol pump, fill up your car, and you start moving your car. So it's like same. So karmas will come, but that's the petrol of like government and companies. But now this is not that. This is your own petrol. Or you can say that your house has a petrol tank under it. You just take out some petrol from it and you go somewhere every day. So it's your karmas which comes up, which gives you birth based on your desires. So that's fate, that's destiny. Everything is in your hand. You can always change it. The way to change it is choiceless awareness, where we are aware of every moment but not reacting to it, or awareness or knowingness, and then you're not making new karmas. You're living in one instead of duality of mind. You just away from mind, you're living in just oneness, and you're moving forward with this oneness. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon for our next video.